Staying with this top story, we talk about India-Seychelles ties. Joining me is Ambassador Sanjay Panda, former Indian High Commissioner to Seychelles. He's joining us from Bhubaneswar. Good evening and welcome, Ambassador Panda. In the context of India's Mahasagar vision, what is the significance of India-Seychelles partnership in what we understand as the Indian Ocean region?
Well, Seychelles has been an important partner for India, and especially if we remember, in the Mahasagar context, but if you remember in 2015, when Prime Minister Modi made his visit to Seychelles prior to going to Mauritius, and it is immediately after the visit to Mauritius that Prime Minister had shared his vision of Sagar, security and growth for all in the region. So it assumes importance not only from the point of view of geostrategy, but also considering the fact that there is so much of Chinese expanse into the region. So our interaction with Seychelles and the fact that our defense and security cooperation with Seychelles in fact, is now about 50 years old. More than 50% of Seychelles defense assets are of Indian origin. So this visit actually perpetuates, this visit actually reinforces this bond that we have with Seychelles, and hence it assumes particular importance.
And Ambassador, right.
Yeah, tell me.
So, and today the two leaders present an ambitious joint vision for sustainability, economic growth and security. How does it, in that manner, take forward the key opportunities and concerns that the two countries seek to address?
Yeah, see, it is not only, it's a multifaceted relationship. You see, with Seychelles, it is not only confined to maritime security. We have energy, climate change, blue economy, as a small island developing states. There are issues which India recognizes and has always been by the side of Seychelles. And Seychelles, as Prime Minister repeatedly mentions, Seychelles is our maritime neighbor. But what is more important is that 11% of the population of Seychelles are of Indian origin. Right. So they provide a bridge between India and Seychelles. So that itself, provides that impetus, be it in the field of trade, commerce, business, investment. So there are, in fact, if you see that we have not tapped the potential of this relationship, we have not tapped optimally the potential of this relationship. I think there's a lot that can be done.
Right, sir. And from your experience of having served as Indian High Commissioner in Seychelles, a little more on this people-to-people connect that both leaders said is central to the relationship between the two countries. What is the manner in which India and Indians enjoy a certain degree of goodwill from the people of Seychelles?
You see, Indians in Seychelles are, very proactive in developing business in Seychelles. So if you see that most of the hotel industry, you see, it's tourism is a very important earning for Seychelles. If you see that it believes in niche tourism. So there are now, earlier the tourist inflow was from Europe. But now with the connectivity and with the direct flight, there are a lot of Indians who are coming to Seychelles, and the Indian population in Seychelles provide that comfort factor for the Indian tourists who come. And the Indians, people of Indian origin in Seychelles occupy a very prominent place, be it in the political configuration or the social configuration of the Seychelles society. And by investing, the maximum of investment in Seychelles are by the Indian people of Indian origin and those who are settled there. And you see, there is a big difference between the Indians who have moved to these countries. For example, to Mauritius, they moved as plantation workers. But to Seychelles, this was not the case. They didn't move here as plantation workers. They moved here from Kenya and even some from Mauritius and other African countries, or even from Madagascar, looking for greener pastures and looking for business opportunities. So this is the business community primarily who are best there, and the many Tamilians, people of Tamil, I mean Tamilians from India and Gujaratis, they primarily constitute the Indian community there, and they have retained their culture. So this is a very important cultural connect, which actually binds the people together there, and also they keep their linkages with India alive. So these people have very important bond, so which has actually strengthened this relationship.
Right, sir. And finally, I want to return to the question of the Indian Ocean region. It is a zone, we understand, of competing interest. How does India's model of development partnership compare with others? For China, for example, for island nations like Seychelles and also Maldives, Mauritius, and even Sri Lanka?
Well, you see, China minces no words in terms of its action by saying that, look, they have this maritime Silk Route, they provide developmental aid. So far as India is concerned, as you can see, recently the special economic package, I mean, which was announced by Prime Minister today, 175 million US dollars, out of which 150 million US dollars is soft line of credit in rupee terms, and 50 million US dollars in form of grant. So there are subtle differences in the way China looks at Seychelles and other countries and the way India approaches them. Now, so far as India's vision is concerned, I mean, of course, we have certain, security priorities which which cannot be compromised in any way. And Seychelles understands our concerns. And so far as China is concerned, it has moved on its maritime Silk Route, and the development has been, there have been many instances of development projects, where people have got into a debt trap, which, I mean, take the case of nearer home in Hambantota.
Right.
But in Seychelles, Indians are very well entrenched, and the fact that our cooperation encompasses various spheres, I mean, be it in the field of energy, be it in defense and security, right, and business and commerce. So it's a totally different way that Seychelles looks at India vis-a-vis China, and which I feel is also the same is the case in Mauritius. Mauritius, of course, the diaspora, right, component is much higher, so that's something which is very different.
Right. On that note, Ambassador Sanjay Panda, thank you very much for joining us on the News Hour. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Same here.